Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my October 2024 book haul. This book haul should be much more in line with most of my book hauls this year. Last month I had a big bonanza one where I went to this event in Manhattan and I got 18 books, but now I'm back down to 3, which seems much more manageable. And a couple of them, more or less, revolve around a literary book festival, so that's pretty fun. Early in October, the Literary Hill Book Fest was held in Eastern Market in DC. Basically, it's a Capitol Hill adjacent neighborhood book festival. They use this logo, if you can see the Capitol building reading. And I got another one of these backpacks from the festival, which I got last year as well and used a couple times, and they kind of broke down pretty easily. So I don't know, maybe I'll use it and hopefully it won't break down as easily this time. And so at the Literary Hill Book Festival, a lot of local authors come to, promote their wares. It could be authors who are indie published, it could be authors who are traditionally published, and usually they just, live around the area. And this year I think, pretty much everybody was selling their books not directly, but through a local Capitol Hill bookstore, which had a table there as well, East City Books. So that's where I went, and I picked up Company by Sharon Sanders, which is a collection of short stories that takes place around Washington, D.C. I think it follows a family through a few generations. And it was exciting for me to actually meet this author, and I did also get the book signed because this author was also at the Gaithersburg Book Festival this year, a larger also local-ish book festival that took place back in the spring. One of my big staples of the year, except I didn't get to go this year because of the COVID. I caught the COVID. And occasionally I still whine about that in these videos, and now maybe I should finally put that to bed because, I had planned to see her there, and now I got to see her at the Literary Hill Book Fest. And I have a new collection of short stories to show for it. And anywho, after leaving this particular book fest, there is a little local bookstore, another one, just a few blocks away. It's one of those row houses that's just crammed full of used books, and this one is called Capitol Hill Books. And I go in there with the objective of using it as a scavenger hunt because I have a long list of books that caught my fancy that I hear about through Jewish Book Council or Book Riot or what have you. And I do a scavenger hunt. I try to just be able to, find a book on my list. And this year I found this book. This is Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho. And I'll go ahead and read from the flap. Best friends since second grade, Fiona Lynn and Jane Chen explore the lonely freeways and seedy bars of Los Angeles together through their teenage years, surviving unfulfilling romantic encounters and carrying with them the scars of their family's tumultuous pasts. Fiona was always destined to leave, her effortless beauty burnished by fierce ambition, qualities that Jane admired and feared in equal measure. When Fiona moves to New York and cares for a sick friend through a breakup, an opportunistic boyfriend, Jane remains in California and grieves her estranged father's sudden death, in the process of alienating an overzealous girlfriend. Strained by distance and unintended betrayals, the women float in and out of each other's lives, their friendships both a beacon of home and a reminder of what they've lost. In Stories Told in Alternating Voices, Jean Chen Ho's debut collection peels back the layers of female friendship, the intensity, resentment, and boundless love, to probe the beating hearts of young women coming to terms with themselves and each other in light of the insecurities and shame that hold them back. Spanning countries and selves, Fiona and Jane is an intimate portrait of a friendship, a deep dive into the universal perplexities of being young and alive, and a bracingly honest account of two Asian American women who dare to stake a claim on joy in a changing contemporary America. So yeah, I have to say, I feel like this blurb wasn't all that well written. It was kind of clunky and confusing a little bit at times, like even starting in the beginning where it's like, they were best friends in second grade and they went to seedy bars, and I'm like, what? But anyway, other than that, you know, I'm intrigued, and I feel like it's actually somewhat similar to the last book. I forgot this is probably a collection of interconnected short stories, so another short story collection of a sort, which for me I think is, you know, up and down about how it works in, you know, novel form, but we shall see. And I, you know, I'm drawn to the idea of following young women around and, you know, getting into Asian American culture and family trauma. I like my family trauma, so hopefully this will be good. And finally, well, this is a very short story heavy haul, because I got in the mail this new literary magazine from the New England Review. This is issue number 45.3. So this is a literary magazine of short stories, and you know, also poetry, you know, nonfiction, an interview, etc. But I pick up literary magazines mostly to read short stories on my Am Reading videos. Short story reader and writer. And I got this particular journal through my subscription to Journal of the Month, which I will link down below. And I get a quarterly journal from Journal of the Month, and it's very exciting for me because it's a way to be able to, you know, pick and choose and jump around various literary magazines, prominent ones usually in the US. There are so many, and it's nice to, you know, be able to get a variety chosen by someone else where I don't have to be overwhelmed by that choice. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I read one short story per Am Reading video, I think I might have said. And it's a fun way to add some really indie press publishing to my reading repertoire. So stay tuned. I will be holding this literary journal up in upcoming videos to talk about the stories. And that about covers it for me now. I will leave links to all 3 of these books listed down below. I will also be back on this channel sometime in the very beginning of November, I hope, to do a final October reading wrap-up, an Am Reading video of sorts. And yeah, we are now at the end of the month. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know, it's really warm here. Like, I'm in the DC area, and like, it's Halloween, and I'm hearing it's gonna like be in the 80s or the highs in the 80s. It's kind of crazy, but it looks like we're at the end of the year now with just a couple of months left. I will be participating in NaNoWriMo and vlogging for that, and I'll have some other videos coming up as well in November. So, and I hope it will be a fruitful, productive month for me, both with reading and writing. I hope it will be for you as well. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.